Ooh. Sorry, the music in this movie is great. Okay, my other theater reaction or review is already up, but now the more in-depth. Sinners. Let's cut right to the chase. This movie's fan-freaking-tastic. It's the best movie I've seen this year so far. It really is. The story is of two twins in Mississippi. Thank you to the person who reminded me it was Mississippi, by the way. 1932. And they're two brothers who come back from Chicago after leaving, trying to make a claim for themselves, make some money. And they said, oh, no, we're going to open up this jute joint. We're going to open this club. And they're back after 7 years, seeing people they haven't seen in forever. And, things get going. And then vampires show up. That is it. And I said it in my other theater review, but I'll say it again. You know a movie is good when you're already thinking, this is a damn good movie. And the main gimmick of the movie hasn't even shown up yet. The movie was moving on every cylinder at a great pace. I was invested in these characters, and I remembered, oh yeah, this is a vampire movie. Like, it opens, I won't spoil it too much, but it does open near the end of the movie, and then we flash back to what happened prior. And normally I'm not a huge fan of movies that do it like that, but luckily there's more that happens after that point in the movie. So it does work out, I think. But yeah, like, this movie is shot. Honestly, like, it feels both modern in terms of filmmaking, but it also feels like a movie you probably would have watched back in 1990. Like, what was that one with Lance Hendrick where he's like they're a clan of vampires? It actually has a bit of that vibe to it, a little bit. So it definitely has a bit more of an older school feel of filmmaking to it, and I dug that. It felt lived in. It felt like it had personality. It felt like it had soul, really. I mean, they really did a good job at capturing the world, the environment, the time, the tone. It was beautiful to look at in its own way. It's because it's got a grunginess to it, but in a beautiful way. Like, it feels real, feels lived in, and it feels sultry. It feels alive. It's a sexy, horny movie too. Like, this is an adult movie. Ironically, there's no real nudity in the movie, but there's a good couple sex scenes in the movie. And I'm like, for not having nudity, you're doing quite a bit here. Like, I'm hearing sounds, I'm like, oh, okie dokie. So, by the by, there's someone asked in the at a theater review, can I take my kids to this? Is there any nudity? And there's someone said, yeah, oh no, it's I don't know, maybe if they're at college or at least high school or something like that, because there's a lot of violence, there's definitely sex scenes. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I'm wondering if there's any nudity. Look, my brother, I'm just wondering what your priorities are with your kids. Because if you're okay with them seeing people getting their throats torn out, people seeing sex, and them seeing sexual acts without nudity, but you can't let them see a tit, I am really wondering what your priorities are as a parent. I'm just not questioning you necessarily. I am just curious. But yeah, and then you like these characters kind of right out the gate. You got the Smokestack twins. You got Smoker and Stax. That's their and Stax is the more, wild. He's the one with the gold tooth. He's the one that's about a lot more suave and the people person of the two of them. Whereas Smokes is the more business-minded, more serious one. He's an ex-soldier. We found in the trailer he lost a daughter. He has a wife he's estranged from. And even though they're drastically different, you like both these characters and the way they handle themselves. You like the fact that one of them's kind of the more party, the more people friendly, the more just like, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all gonna sweat until you stink, gonna drink, yeah. But the other one doesn't mess around. He'll shoot someone in the ass. Like, that you? It's like, oh, Smokes, that you? It's like, yeah, you steal it from my truck. How did you know it was yours? Like, poof! Ow! Why'd you do that? I can't let people say I'll let someone get away without shooting them. It's also a funny movie. Like, it's not a comedy, But there are a good many laughs that help really get the levity going in this film. And like there's heart with these characters. There's emotion. Like when you see like some of the struggles these characters have with their respective loved ones, we kind of hear the same speech almost when they tell their respective lovers why they were gone or why they left, whatever. But it's like told from different angles and different perspectives and different reasonings, and it's just great. And then you get into some of the other characters, like who is it? Let's just smoke one out. Where Preacher Boy, Miles Canton, Sammy Preacher Boy Moore. Dude, this kid's like 21, playing like 17. This kid's got a future, because if that was him, he's playing it. His voice, I heard him say, "There's no way that voice comes out of body." Like he's got a very old soul kind of voice to him. But beyond that, if that was him really singing, F movies. But I'm sure he's going to be good in movies too. This man could be a straight out singing legend. Like the way he sang, if that's him, holy shit. Yeah, and then Haley Steinfeld's great in the movie. Who's the one that plays his wife? Not Smoke's wife. The more serious brother. What was it? What's her name? I've seen her before. She's what was it? B whatever. Oh God. She's think words. In Loki, she's the TVA agent who took over. She's the one who's the head of TVA in Wolverine and Deadpool. Her, I can't remember her name. Damn it. Is it Wunmi? No, that's not her. Come on, where is it? This is really bugging me. Not Lola Kirk. It's Haley Steinfeld. Not Jamie Lauren. Omar. Nope. Nope. I can't find her, but she's really good. She's more kind of the spiritual individual. She's the one who does like hoodoo and stuff like that. Communes with the spirit, like this, like scrying and all that. So she's the one who actually kind of has idea of what's going on to some degree. Delroy Lindo is great in this movie. Absolute, I just like it. Anytime he's having a fun time playing this old drunk blues player. But then he has moments of being like, dear God, this man's been through some shit. And then I mentioned it before. Jack O'Connell steals the movie for me. He stole the movie for me. This man is having so much fun playing this character. Oh my God, he is having the time of his life. And he is both charming, affluent, very charismatic, almost warm and inviting, but creepy, terrifying at points. And I didn't know the character was actually Irish until he started singing one song. I'm like, oh, he's Irish. And then another song happens that he starts to sing. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know he was this Irish. But God damn, I'm loving every moment of this scene right now. It is so much fun. I'm not going to say what the song actually was he was singing, but it's as about as Irish as you can get. What I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not gonna, because that was just awesome to see him do it. But yeah, like he is creepy, and the effects works on the vampires. It's very subtle. Like there's not a lot of like real, like they're not truly monstrous they look like people with fangs, and that glowing eye thing that a lot of like nocturnal animals have. His are red, but for some reason, like when we see some of the other ones, like spoilers, that's in the trailer, Haley Steinfeld and one of the brothers gets bit, and so theirs is blue for whatever reason, which is very unique. But I mean, he's got like some long fingers too, but otherwise it's not that drastic, but it's creepy enough. They still abide by some of the rules of vampires, whatnot. They play the vampires up perfectly because they really hold off on the gore and the horror aspect for a little bit of it. They build up a creep and a suspense. But when it goes off, it goes off. Oh man, this film is just really, really, it's just really good. And the music is integral to the story. It really is. They open up talking about people who have a gift of music and what it can do, but like what it can all, like some of the negatives, excuse me, it can do. And it's integral to the movie. It really is. Like music and blues and like what it means to people and what it can do to for the soul it's integral to it. And I love blues, so it was really good to hear and see just this type of music and culture be like really respectfully portrayed. Uh, and then we get to near the end where there's one resolution, but then there's another resolution that needs to happen, and I'm like wondering, I'm like, how is this going to end? And I realized, oh, this is how it's going to end. Okay. And then there is a post credit scene which I didn't actually stay for. I forgot it was there. But there's a mid credit scene which isn't even really a mid credit scene. It's like they start the credits and then the movie keeps going for, no joke, 5 or 6 minutes. And it's a perfect epilogue. It is a perfect epilogue to what this film needed to be. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying stay for at least through the first part of the credits because it continues on. Now, even though I do think this is the best movie of the year, it is a fantastic, beautifully made movie. There are one or two things where I went, wait a minute. One, and I know it's the culture down there. That's the accent. It was difficult to hear. Now, in this film's defense, it might have been my theater because I think I might have been in one of the few theaters in my cinema that has a slightly off speaker. So maybe if that was the case, maybe if I had been in a different theater, I might have heard it a little clearer. Sometimes, occasionally, it's hard to make out what they're saying just because of the thickness of the accent. So that was one minor gripe. Like 95% of the time, I had no problem. Every once in a while, there's a scene where I'm like, hey. There is also a scene involving when we first meet Remick, who is the vampire, and these these Apache, these Native Americans are chasing him, and they're clearly vampire hunters. We get nothing else from them. Like, this is minor spoilers, but nothing that really affects the film. There's nothing, like, I would hope they maybe came back or something like that, but yeah, there's nothing else that, like, I'm not exactly sure what the point was, except to get him into the house for that scene, I suppose. Maybe, I don't know. I thought maybe we get more. Like, they're clearly vampire hunters, but like, okay, whatever. And then last but not least, and this is the minorest, nitpickiest of nitpicks, they did not choose a good color for the blood. In fact, I'd go so far as to say the blood looked fake because it looked almost like brownish. Like, and blood isn't always straight red. It's not, but maybe it's the lighting in, like, where they are a lot of the time. But even in the daylight, when you saw someone get hit, sometimes it was blood looking, but other times not so much. I don't know. Just sometimes it was just off. But these are minor nitpicks. This film is fantastic. It's soulful. It's funny. It's sexy. It's violent. It's creepy. It is really the whole package. This is a moviegoer's movie, really. This is one of the best movies right now of the year, hands down, and currently my number one movie of the year. Now, in terms of the trailers we got not the most recent Thunderbolts trailer, but we got one of the more current ones. It's the what was that? Not that Under Pressure one. I'm trying to think because, by the way, soundtrack-wise, just the trailer alone has an amazing soundtrack for the Thunderbolts. I'm trying to think of the song. It's it's the one, and we can build this way together. It's the trailer with that song in there. So we had that. Don't think we had Superman. I'm actually trying to remember now what we had. There's the new Jordan Peele film, Him. Okay, so when we first saw the trailer, I'm like, is this really just a sports thing? And then the actual trailer, it's revolving around football and some sort of like weird cultish thing going on with it. I'm not exactly sure what. I like Jordan Peele, so I'll definitely see it. What else did we get? We got several we got quite a few trailers. I'm trying to remember exactly all of them. We got the newest trailer for The Accountant, where he's doing the speed dating. That's next week. I am very much looking forward to that. I love the first movie. I love John Bernthal, and Ben Affleck. I'm a big fan of Ben Affleck. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Thunderbolts. Mission Impossible. We got that too. Final Destination Bloodlines. My God, that's the Rube Goldberg of horror movies. Okay, yeah, it is what it is. And then I think we got one more, didn't we? I'm looking through them all now. Didn't get Ballerina, not The Ritual, not Dangerous Animals, none of that. 28 years later. Did we get 28 years later? Did we? Yes. I had to stop and I was really struggling to think on it. We did, I think, get 28 years later. I think we did anyway. Did not get that. Eddington Smurf, nope. Didn't get any of those. None of those. Witchboard, none of those. Yeah, no, I think that was everything we got for our trailers as far as I can see here. Because now we're into like November. Now I'm not into October. Nothing that we see here. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting year for movies after summer rolls through, because we still got a couple real big hitters coming. Real big hitters. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out, though. I'm looking forward to it, because I just saw Christmas. I'm looking forward to the Anaconda trailer when that pops up. Plus, there's a new one called Titan. It's another giant snake movie, like Titanoboa, I guess is what they're trying to imply with that. But I looked at I saw the poster, I'm like, oh, that's an interesting looking poster. And even though I'm probably never going to be able to see it on screens, Primitive War? I'm not going to lie, it doesn't look bad. The effects work is like one grade below Jurassic Park, but frankly does not look bad either. If I got a chance to see that, I'd see it. There's plenty of movies that if I had the chance to see them, I'd see them, but they don't come to the big screen that often. At least not in any area I'm in. Anyway, I digress. Go see Sinners. It's fantastic. It really is. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm done for the day. Tomorrow you'll get the new My Hero What If. By the way, guys, you know what? No, I'll save it. I'll save it for that. I'll save it because it's more important for that What If to say it then than say it here when people aren't going to care. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Next week's The Accountant. Oh, and Until Dawn comes out next week too. I'll see if I can do a double feature. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Later.